Thursday firsties. We're going to finish up our Judy Moody chapter today, and then we are going to do the next part of our book report. So if you need to pause the video and go get your book report, you can do that, and the book you're going to use for your report. And we'll put that aside so we can listen to Judy first. And remember, we're making predictions of what we think is going to happen next in the story, and we're also creating pictures in our mind, and we're visualizing what Judy's explaining to us. So she was really upset, and she was almost ready to get into a bad mood, and then she remembered she can paint her room, and that changed her mood. So I'm wondering, what is her room going to look like? So it's kind of like what I'm visualizing. But we're going to keep reading the rest of this chapter for today. Just then, a dark cloud passed overhead. Judy heard a rumble of thunder. All of a sudden, the sky opened up and it started to pour. Judy and Stink held their backpacks over their heads. They dashed for cover. "It's raining cats and dogs," Judy wailed. "It's raining toads and frogs," said Stink, grinning. "Sour balls," said Judy. "Don't you mean sweet tarts?" asked Stink. It rained all morning. At indoor recess in the gym, Judy took out the paint samples with funny names and passed them around. "Rocky," said Judy. "You're not even looking." "Why don't you just paint your room Martian green?" he suggested. "Or alien orange," said Frank. "Or Pluto pink," said Jessica. Judy did her best to ignore their alien comments. "Come on, you guys," she said. "Those aren't real colors." She fanned out the sample colors like a deck of cards. If it can't be Martian green," said Rocky, "I have to pick Sunny Side Up or Hay is for Horses." "Of course you'd pick Yellow Rock. I'd pick She Sells Seashells," said Amy. "Blue is nice," said Judy. "Statue of Liberty or Grass Stain," said Frank. "No go. I'm not going to paint my room grass stain green." "Eraser, Tutu, or Tippy Toe," said Jessica Finch. "Those are all pink," said Judy. "How about purple? There's Laugh Out Loud, Plum Crazy, Peanut Butter and Jelly, or Saltwater Taffy." Stink ran over from the second grade side of the gym. "What color do you like, Stink?" Judy asked him. "Frog Prince," said Stink, "and Bullfrog and Ribbit and Pet Rock." "You picked those because you like frogs." "I know. Do they have Jawbreaker?" "Jawbreaker's not a color, Stink." "Then I picked Snow Day." "Snow Day is white," Judy grumped. "My whole room is already a snow day." "Then how about lemonade?" said Stink. "Sorry, it looks like toad pea," said Judy. She shuffled her paint sample some more. At last, she put her favorite color on top. "Peanut butter and jelly it is." Friday night was pizza and a movie night. It was still raining outside. Judy leaned on her good mood pillow and finger knitted between bites of cheesy pizza. She finger knitted her way through 5 tomato red balls of yarn while watching the cockroach that ate Cleveland with her family. "How'd you like the movie?" Dad asked. "They should call it The Yarn That Ate Cleveland," said Stink. "I couldn't see half the movie with Judy's finger knitting all over the TV." Mom yawned. Stink yawned. Judy yarned. She kept knitting. "Time for bed, kids," said Mom. "But I'm not tired," said Judy. "One more skein of yarn, please." "How about that knitting?" said Dad. "This yarn is taking over the house. I trip over it everywhere I turn. It's driving Mouse crazy, too," said Mom. She leaned over to untangle Mouse. "Poor cat. She looks like she's wearing a pink tutu." "Did you hear what happened to the cat that ate a ball of yarn?" Stink asked. Judy's eyes grew wide. "Yarn hairballs?" "No, she had mittens." "Ha ha," said Stink. He cracked himself up. Mom picked up a fuzzy pink section of the chain and peered at it. "Judy, is this Grandma Lou's hand-knitted Dancing Mouse sweater I see in there?" Judy stretched and let out a fake yawn, not yarn. "It's late. I guess I better get to bed. Good night, everyone." "But I thought you weren't tired," said Stink. "Mind your own knitting, Stink," said Judy. She gathered up her finger knitting and headed upstairs to bed. "You can always count dancing mice if you can't go to sleep," Stink called after her. In bed, Judy leaned on her frowny face pillow and counted raindrops till she fell asleep. All right, let's stop there. The next chapter is going to be Saltwater Taffy. So I'm thinking, did she change her mind about the color of her room? Was peanut butter and jelly not available at the paint store? Would that put her in a bad mood? Is she going to stay in a good mood for day 5? These are all questions I have and predictions. So we're going to have to come back tomorrow to read some more and find out. Make sure you're thinking and making your predictions, and you're creating those pictures in your mind for this story. Now, if you could take out your book report, and so far we wrote the title of our book. Mine was Judy Moody Mood Martian. We wrote the author of our book. I found my author up top, and it was Megan McDonald. And then yesterday we decided if our book was fiction or nonfiction, meaning like all true facts. This is realistic fiction, like the writing we're doing, where this is made up, but things like this could probably happen in real life. And today we're going to write our character. So it says characters because there can be more than one. So for today, I am going to write Judy. I'm going to write Stink. I'm going to write Rocky. I'm going to write Frank. I'm going to write Amy. And this whole reason why Judy's trying to stay in a good mood is because of Jessica Think Face Finch. So I'm going to write Jessica. So here, for this book, my most important characters, even though Mom and Dad and Mouse are in the story, they're not as important. I have Judy, Stink, Rocky, Frank, Amy, and Jessica. Okay, so tomorrow we'll figure out what part of the story you liked best in your story. I'll write what part I'd liked best so far, since we're not finished with this book yet, and then we'll give it a rating. Was it a great, okay, or I really wouldn't read it again kind of book? All right, so that's for tomorrow. So make sure you read today in the book you're doing your book report on, and you fill out the character section. It's okay if you only have 1 character or 2 characters, and only put the most important characters down. So if you don't see the character much or it doesn't do a lot, then you don't have to write them down. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. Have fun reading. Bye, guys.